Welcome to the live stream or at Live TV. Today I was supposed to do a live stream during the day again, another second one, because there's a day we missed out and did only one live stream. And again, during the day, the live stream we did not perform very well because I was doing from an office and of course trying to restrict myself not to talk so much, because in an open space where people are talking and you're going on with your stuff, you don't have that advantage of having to make content in the best way possible, right? So now I'm here to do a live stream for tonight. I hope I'll take about 1 hour and I'll be done, okay? So welcome, and feel free to participate as I go through the analysis of the day, the political aspects. Meanwhile, are we ready for 2027? Or are we going to allow the extension of the term? Anyway, that was done away with, so we no longer have to expect it, hoping that there'll be no other way out of it. However, currently Raila Odinga and Ruto have confirmed the ODM and UDA Pentagon. So that amalgamation is focused towards a win. As you heard during the day, I was asking, do you think this will be a win, automatic win in the morning for them? Does that automatically take the Kisumu people with it, or does it still mean that the Gen Zs are faceless and tribeless, and therefore we camp on Kisumu or Nyanza young people to stand with what they believe in? All right, so let's get to some stories here. And of course, one of the most tainting stories is that there has been installation of spyware in computer gadgets belonging to critics, or rather the opposition. Once they're arrested, the first thing DCI does is to pick their phones and plant a spyware to spy on their movements and what they do. So, all right, there is Mutiso who has shared something to do with this. And of course, you can see this. Atiria Real Sync. Hi, welcome. Like the video. And let's grow. There is one day people watched about 700. I'm like, why can that day come back? Okay. So I hope that today we'll have enough people watching. And let's wait for this. Okay. So thank you so much for coming here during this moment. And we are going to understand what's happening. Of course. All right. Mosaline official, welcome. Like the video, please, and let's keep watching as we react towards the political aspect. So many questions asked there, but I can answer a question like, how are you? I'm very fine. But the rest of the question, like what age, what is your career, those questions don't fit here, please. So thank you so much, Mosaline official. I appreciate your presence. And Aditya Real saying some questions I can't answer here because I'm focused on a political analysis, right? So this is Kisii on political analysis. Of course, I refer to myself with the political channel itself because I refer more to the channel that is that is Life Saga TV, channel that we trust in unraveling the truth, analyzing political aspects, and engaging those watchers in informing them about our politics around the globe. Ronaldo Jr., welcome, and thank you for showing up on the platform. I really appreciate your presence. All right, so looking at the such information as spywares being planted in phones becomes a scaring endeavor, right? So of course we've had a filing of evidence through forensic from Toronto, all right? So we've seen that Monk School of Global Affairs and Public Policy has come up. Yeah, subscribe please. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and follow. I really appreciate that. Okay. So Mosalin's saying something like done. I don't know. You already done the liking, subscription, and sharing? Thank you so much. Okay. So looking at this, you realize that there is a lab that conducted a research and has noted, thank you, that we've had situations whereby when people are arrested, their phones have spyware that is fit in. Let's look at this. Flexi Spy. Okay, you see that? So one of the people who has come to make us aware of this is Nick Wambugu. After arrest, they discovered that their phones were planted with spyware. So it's possible if you're aggressive or focused to check your phones, you'll be able to notice that. I don't know whether it's possible for them to remove it. Bangladesh, how is Bangladesh here in Kenya? And that is why I'm talking about politics of Kenya more. But we talk about politics of other places too, including America, Jamaica, and other places in the rest of the world. Yeah. But here in Kenya, currently, this is what's happening around us. Okay, so in our country, Kenya, a flexi spy is possibly being planted in most of the phones when people are arrested by DCI. Such a move cannot, it's not legally acceptable. Now, for those of you who have read a book known as The Samaritan, you understand these are some of the things that, you know, are illegal. If you check at how Judge Jordan talks about these things, it is wrong to actually capture audio, record phone calls, or collect screenshots, track device location, delete and modify data, and such things on people's phone without their knowledge. However, DCI seems not to be following that. They're just doing their thing, possibly to silence people. Roblox, what is that? I do not know about it. I'm not aware about Roblox, so I don't know what it is. Okay. So, of course, let's see what has come out.
Information on opposition leaders or deserters for that matter. Let me give you a prime example. Early this year, phones belonging to Major Donk and Gakuya, two of Gachagwa's very close allies.
So Major Dong and Gakuya actually were some of the victims of this spyware that we were talking about. It's a game that is fun. Okay. We learn about it, but currently, let me focus on political analysis. It's not an easy thing. If I refocus my attention more to the discussions, it would not allow me to focus on my topic of today. So let me focus on the topic of discussion today. But subscribe to the channel, like and share the videos. And let's look into this. Let's look into this.
Yangu na ya Mheshimiwa Gakuya haijawahi rudishwa. DCI wameikaria and they are not using. Kuweka tu hapo watutishe. Court order tumepata, waturudishie simu. Wamekataa kuheshimu court order. Wakati tulikupigia serikali nyingine, wewe na your boss mlikuwa mnasema court order itakuwa inaheshimiwa. Tumekaa tu tunaangalia ati court orders zinapeanwa, sasa hakuna mtu anaheshimu. Tunaangalia tu. Your Excellency, sio kukosa heshima. Nimesikia Bishop amesema, ametuhubiria akasema hata kama mtu kadogo kanaweza kuwa na advice kadogo na kazuri. Teenagers are building businesses with AI, while the only AI you know is ChatGPT. Let's be real. Most people over 40 use ChatGPT like it's... Yeah, so
So of course you get to see this, that the reality is that spyware is being used to actually check on, oh, Ronaldo has said you are the best, but it Gitik, I submit, and I like, oh, what is GTG? GDG? IGTG. Oh, I can't get it, but thank you so much for watching and following and subscribing. Thank you. All right. Oh, got to go. My goodness. Learning does not stop. The short forms sometimes are very, very, very personal to a level that everybody may not understand all of them, but it's okay. Thank you so much for watching for that moment. Any moment somebody comes and watches, I appreciate, especially if you sit like 10 minutes, that's something for me, all right? So I appreciate. Okay. I thank you for the lesson on got to go. I'll be using it GTG. Okay. All right. So, of course, using that story I've just shared. Okay. Bye. All right. So using that story that I've just shared, it's clear that there is spyware that is being used on many people, and some phones are also taken and totally, confiscated, as the case has been in what I've just displayed. So let's hear this. All right.
Before because are there with 16 people for each car. Okay. Okay. Very good. Are you okay? Yes, we're okay. We're okay. We are just going to the office now. Okay. You are still in your room? Are you together so that I can talk on speakerphone? Yeah, we are all together, but we are running to the office. But do we get it in first? Come again? Do we get in first so that you talk with us? Yes, because we are running to the office. Yes, that's okay. But you see, I just want everybody to hear what I have to report to you guys. I'm sure till date Raphael Tuju ajui how that call leaked to the general public. But I think we can answer him. The reason behind that expose is the Flexi Spy malware. And let me caution politicians, in 2027, there will be more damning calls being released. So watch what you say. Normalize buying banner phones or satellite phones. Use a secure line of communication. One that for the Kenyan government to spy on you, they have to get cooperation from the American government. And America does not do any form of cooperation with third world countries because they have nothing to offer back, especially wakijua ni one-term government na wana deal na lame duck president. Now on the flip side, the only positive thing about all this is that wakitoa audio, tunatoa audio. Sababu pia Gachagua as we speak, ako na receipts za Ruto. Here's the tape. On record in public mentioning that President William Ruto offered you 2 billion Kenya shillings to resign ahead of the impeachment in October. Yes. So isn't that a counter narrative? No. I talked before. He talked the other day. I have not talked after yesterday. So your claims are true. I said he talked to me. He sent a very senior officer in government. Well, he called me myself when we disagreed.
All right, so spyware, of course, are meant to blackmail individuals. So that reality is that government is using spyware so that when they get communication from the opposition, possibly calls they are getting from people or calls that are controversial, just like the silent listener, guys, for those who have read Fathers of Nation, a book by Paul Vita, it tells us that it's a gadget, a smart, a beautiful gadget that is smooth and navigates our way into our environments and senses some information, especially those which tend to offer some secretive information, risk information, and kind of controversial. All right, so I think that spyware is a kind of an app that will go picking information that is actually they have a code, and this code has a tinget. So the tinget kind of picks out information. Oh, Ronaldo says it's 12 a.m. Ronaldo, you said you're from, oh, not Bangladesh, was Mosalin. But Ronaldo, you've not told us where you come from. So why is it 12 a.m.? Where is this? Where is this? For it to be 12 a.m. For us here, it is 21:37. That is 9:37 p.m. at night. And I'm targeting to sleep at 22:05 or something there. Okay, so it's amazing. 12 a.m. What's that? 12 a.m. Oh, like it's the morning? All right, so of course that tells us that the target is to possibly get some controversial information from these individuals, then blackmail. You've just seen an example where David Wafula has shown what Raphael Tuju did and how it was discovered. Anyway, remember today, ODM and Kenya Kwanza, or do we now call it UDA, had to go to Kisii. Guys, is this the end of Matiang? Let's ask ourselves into this question as we get to find some video to tell us about this, all right? Yeah, watching on history, there is something here that can tell us about the aspect of Matiang'i visiting, not Matiang'i, but Raila Odinga. Of course, remember Kalonzo dropped a bomb recently telling how Raila betrayed him, all right? I think I showed you that video. I remember. Yeah, but meanwhile, let me get something else where the ODM and the UDA had to visit Kisii, guys. Is this the end of Fred Matiang? Because they visited his region, and actually the elders, or rather the regional Gusii leaders, met the president. And remember, there's a time the Gusis were invited in State House, guys. These are tactics,
All right,
you know.
guys, good evening.
Oh my goodness, where is this?
Video earlier, but
my goodness, it shouldn't be shouting. You shouldn't be shouting, you know. What the hell is happening? What the hell is happening? Will you keep quiet? You, will you? All right, so we here. Hey, where is this? Where is this? Omar 1983. Hi and welcome on board. Like the video, please. We are very few watching here, but I'm inviting you to this moment. All right. I do like using a lot of stuff from David Wafula. Is a very good analyst. Aaron Sikabutu. Welcome. Omar 1983. Welcome and like the video. Big up to you. And let's continue growing the channel. I really appreciate your presence. May God bless you for your time, okay? May your time always be an investment for you because you've given me time here. All right? So I was just going to check something about the politicians going to Kisii, and we are asking, is this the end for Matiang? And when I was opening, something happened, but I'm going to get that very soon. You know, I don't know. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Here we are. Aaron Sikabutu and Omar 1983. Kindly like the video. Okay. So let's look at this. These are ODM and UDA in Kisii. I hope the song will not create a strike in my video. Sometimes the songs are not very friendly with YouTube, and therefore this was the congregation in Kisii meeting with the president. Remember, before this, the president called the Bagusi elders, some of them, to Nairobi. They went to State House. Aaron Sikabutu and Omar, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and continue watching. All right. So we see that this guy together with the rest. Very serious. Hey, I'm telling you.
Mpaka Kisii ulikubali kwamba ipanuliwe ikuwe na line 3.
Now let's get to see what the president says. Of course, lazima aeleweke. Lazima kieleweke, okay? Recently I heard somebody saying that hata kama mnapiga kelele, whether we'll make noise, jump, dance, they are not going anywhere, all right? So be set.
I told you, jobs are created. They don't happen. So that's why housing is important. Today, we are building houses, we are building markets, we are building hostels, and this country is going to change. The largest housing development in any town in Kenya today is affordable housing. In any town, Mandera, Garissa, Mombasa, Nairobi, Eldoret, Kiambu, wherever. The largest housing development is affordable housing. Nataka nikubaliane na nyinyi ya kwamba leo hatujakuja hapa sana mambo ya siasa. Leo tumekuja hapa mambo ya maendeleo. Tunataka tukubaliane kwa sababu kati ya uchaguzi mmoja na mwingine hapa katikati, ya muhimu zaidi ni vile tutabadilisha nchi yetu. Tutafanya nchi yetu iwe bora kuliko vile tumeikuta. Kuna great potential. Kenya does not need to play in the third league. Vile amesema nyinyi 1960 kulikuwa na nchi
The die on die man.
ambazo zilikuwa katika the same state of economic development. Ghana, Kenya, and South Korea. In terms of demography, population, in terms of vile walipanga ujenzi pale nyumba zitajengwa hadi hapa.
Guys, money is good, okay? Are you see? My goodness, I don't want to laugh. Are you really seeing Raila Odinga? Guys, have you seen Raila Odinga glittering? And, you know, like his health has really improved a lot. And he's there now beating the drum for UDA. All right? So there's a lot of shocking information that is people. If you look down deep into this, you wouldn't say that it's just a random visitation, even though they are saying they are here for, you know, they're just here for whatever they are talking about, a mere visit for political analysis or growth. I don't believe so. I don't believe that. Would you really agree that someone would come just to, you know, just wait a little bit. All right, so I'm come back because I was just finishing something somewhere. So, of course, according to many channels, they believe that the visitation of ODM and UDA was not just a random visitation. Even though here they were talking about they have just come for a program, a visitation, and all that. The reality is that they are trying so much to fight against the one-term aspect. And of course, many people think that it would be a very serious mistake to do so because automatically both the president and Raila seem to be individuals who are into themselves, just working their way, you see, just working their way. They are not working towards anything that really saves the citizens. Because you remember the other day they stood and talked about extortion. What followed? We didn't see any resolution. Okay. Now they are talking about development that is coming, this housing aspect. But at a normal level, do we see any impact? Maybe it's growth for the country, but not for us as individuals. Because as an individual, I have a lifespan to stay on this world. And what I look towards is to see my life and my family having a better life. I don't have to really be given all that mathematics without seeing it in my house, on my table, you know. Yeah, it's all laughable, to see Ruto, who is most educated, talking about this. And yet, we have so many trillions that are piling up day after day in debts, okay? We are seeing bribes taken, we are seeing extortion, we are seeing them conducting coups in parliament by voting for laws that do not add up, you know? The times are worse. Some people say that it was worse when Moi left, but then I don't believe they are being genuine because you don't say that you can gauge development by looking at what has been done, but you are not looking at these dates that people don't care about. You don't even care about why one person can afford to have 200 million while others cannot even afford 200 shillings in a day. If only that would be looked at, we would be reading on the same plane, you know? Yeah, but the reality is that people don't want to look at this. They just want to talk about the shortcuts, okay? So let's see at this here.
You are asset rich and still broke.
Let's
You own
get
5
something. So
plots
Simba
and still live
Arati.
paycheck to paycheck. Wakenya nation. Nataka niwaombe kabla hamjaenda nyumbani. Kwa heshima tu kabla hamjaenda nyumbani. Nataka mupitie hapa Mukuru. Mwende muone. Hapo Mukuru. Because hapo Mukuru we have only built 13,000 units. We are going to build 10,000 units in Kisii town. Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to do a critical analysis.
Hey. All right, so I think you've seen what you've seen. And of course, you may now understand what exactly why the president went. And, you know, went to Kisii, and I doubt that they were just doing what they did there. All right. So what do you think? Why do you think the president and his team went to Gusii? And I believe that these journeys will not stop now and tomorrow. Okay. Lalupi. Lalupi, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome here. Thank you for joining us. We are into 31 minutes and we may be taking a little bit more. Maybe we have 29 minutes to go. Okay. And we are trying to look at the MCS boycotting State House. So let's check on this.
Consumidores proprietários dos veículos Ford F. The county government, we have our own allocation from CRA and our equitable share from the treasury. There are no amount of delegations to State House that can increase the amount of money that we get as a county. That is decided by the Senate of this Kenya and the laws that we have in the 2010 Constitution. So nobody should lie to us that there is a way we can get something more or a bit of in terms of development as a county or as an assembly from the president by visiting him in State House.
The assembly, today I made a conscious choice to stand here because I want to stand with the people. And we stand to defend the position. The Kisii County Assembly is recognized as one of the 47 counties constitutionally mandated to manage their own affairs. As we speak, we do have money that is still within the CRF account of Kisii County, and it has not been fully utilized. So we stand here to defend the workers that have worked, and pending bills are still pending.
Kusema yale ambayo wenzetu wamesema ni ukweli, wale ambao wameenda, kitu ambacho tunangojea. Kila mtu anawakilisha wodi yake, na kama mimi sasa ninawakilisha walemavu, ningeenda huko ningekuja na kile ambacho.
Yeah, guys. So you see that the Kisii MCS refused to go to State House after they were invited by the president, of course, after that meeting. So do you really believe that they are going to ditch their own Matiang and follow, and follow Ruto? Do you believe that they'll still be fooled and go for for the 2-term for Ruto? Okay, so people really congratulated this MCS, and I hope that they are not just pretending on camera. You know, in Kenya we have a lot of hypocrisy. So we had Obare there and a lot of others, and so many people congratulated them when you look at the comment section, and it seems that Punda ashachoka na hawezi beba mzigo tena, and we hope that this will continue, because the reality is that if there is amount of money allocated for a county, there is no way it will be increased when you visit the State House. Visiting the State House allows you to take a photo with the president, and then your story is forgotten totally. Okay, now remember, Ruto was actually revealing that Uhuru Kenyatta told him to leave alone the affordable house. Now, according to me, even though the president is using the affordable house as something to sell his mandate, but the reality is that many Kenyans don't see the impact of that affordable house. Don't we have other things that were priority? Yeah, Kenya should grow indeed, but how do you rush to make a child get a car before they have the food? How do you make a child, let's say, run before they can crawl? So there are so many things that Kenyans are missing out currently, a lot, including, things to do with health. And health is very important. Before we make wealth, we need health. However, it doesn't seem to be something worth for the president. The president is not looking at that at all. Okay? And that is why I'm yawning. That is why I'm even yawning here, because when I look at what has happened in the country, then I just feel like we can't eat enough. Of late, you can't eat enough. You just eat something to cover your day and call it a day, okay? So we have tough days ahead as Kenyans, because if we are not so sure about what we want, we may suffer more, okay? We may suffer more. And people like not Kalonzo, but Raila Odinga, so many in the country, people are driven by their interests, even institutions. You look at institutions, there are things that are not going right, but some people just be there to defending and saying it's right. Whatever has happened is okay, you know. Now, currently, Murkomen was also giving a speech somewhere, and he was saying that they are going to increase investigational processes and speed up the probes into the death of Chalo Bombu, yeah, after suspects have been identified. Let's look into this.
Examination revealed that he was shot 8 times and died from excessive bleeding. Cabinet Secretary for Interior Kipchumba Murkomen says detectives have made headway into the probe and that several persons of interest have been identified. NTV's Ngena Kirori opens our broadcast tonight with the very latest.
As investigations into the killing of lawyer Chalo Mbobo continue, the Cabinet Secretary for Interior Kipchumba Murkomen says authorities. On Thursday, a post-mortem examination was conducted on the body of the late lawyer, which revealed that he sustained injuries to his neck vessels and spinal cord. But ultimately, it was a hit to his jugular vein that caused the excess bleeding that killed him.
Upon having examined the body, we found that Wakili was shot a total of 8, and with most of the gunshot coming from the right side of the body, we were able to recover 2 bullets.
It is these 2 bullets that detectives will be scrutinizing as some of the leads in putting together the pieces of the puzzle behind the lawyer's killing.
Yeah, so it's possible that they may find out who killed the lawyer when they probe into these matters. However, we hope that they'll get these people, because after Murkomen spoke, we wonder whether they'll unmask them, because even though they have retrieved bullets, have they unmasked anybody? We are getting news about unmasking the kill and all, but we cannot clearly see. We cannot clearly see who it is. They're just suspicions and allegations, but we have not got to see who did it indeed. So let's see how Murkomen talks about the aspect and refers to someone of interest, okay? So let's check into this.
And persons of interest have been arrested and others are being sought.
This is the same speed that must be applied in every case, including the chief who was murdered, assistant chief who was murdered in this county. When such cases of crime happen, we want to see that the DCI moves with speed to unravel the mystery behind such acts. So from my office, from myself as a person, I continue extending my condolences to his family. And I promise that we will do everything to make sure that justice is served and that the perpetrators are arrested and brought before the court of law.
Okay, we hope so. We hope so, because it's very saddening, of course, to the family of the bereaved. And for such a thing to happen in a country, it's quite a serious aspect, okay? Yeah. Meanwhile, we have a police OCS who failed to stand still in Murkomen's meeting because of being drunkard. Let's look at this.
Our able CS,
Let's look at this.
Kipchumba Murkomen, our DIG, Mr. Gilbert Masengeli, and all protocol observed. Good afternoon. Good afternoon once more. I'm Janet Odipo, OCS Masara Police Station in Suna West Sub-County, Migori County. Yangu yatakuwa ni machache sana. Ya kwanza tuko na jambo ambalo linatusumbua, ni mambo ya infrastructure. Tuko na shida kama askari, whenever anakuambia yeye ni
Imagine getting the market data you need wherever you are.
mwanamume, so unashindwa umweke wapi? That is a challenge in kama Ntimaru. There is also another problem. You go to Kuria.
Being a Buddha town in a the strategy I'm having there, strength is a big issue pale. Unajua ni station ambayo iko na changamoto sababu ya uhasama kati ya Kisii na Wakuria. Order. I don't know why you selected me, but that is an issue we are having. It's a big issue. Naomba kama ingewezekana saa utuongezee officers pale. Kosa. Yes sir.
And now how are you handling it?
It's a border town. Na being a border town inakuja strategy ya kwamba tuna changamoto ya kutoka Tanzania na no, we don't do that, sir.
Haya, geti. Ringi sasa wewe. Yes, sasa bwana OCS. Utasupervise aje? Wewe utasupervise aje?
You realize that the OCS was drunk and they noted. The second OCS was drunk and they noted. Look at that.
Sasa bwana OCS. Utasupervise aje? Wewe utasupervise aje? Ma officers chini yako. Kama unajua kweli umekuja mkutano ya waziri na unakuja kama umelewa.
Saa niko na mafua inanisumbua, not that I'm drunk, sir.
Uko sawa kabisa?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure bwana OCS?
Yes, I am, sir.
Uko na yenye inakufanya ukue hivyo ni chest.
Sorry, sir.
Yenye inakusumbua ni mapua.
Ni homa, sir.
Ni homa, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, county commander, you know what to do. Just go sit. That's okay. Haya, kuna ACC anaongeza kitu? Kuna ACC? The last one. Kuna moja pale. ACC anaongeza kitu?
Sir.
Ni homa, eh?
Yes, sir. Yes, I am, sir.
Your exhibit. Huh?
No, we don't do that, sir.
Haya, geti. Ringi sasa wewe.
Yes, sir.
Sasa bwana OCS. Utasupervise aje? Wewe utasupervise aje? Ma officers chini yako. Kama unajua kweli umekuja mkutano ya waziri na unakuja kama umelewa.
Saa niko na mafua inanisumbua, not that I'm drunk, sir.
Uko sawa kabisa?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure bwana OCS?
Yes, I am, sir.
Uko na yenye inakufanya ukue hivyo ni chest.
Sorry, sir.
Yenye inakusumbua ni mapua.
Ni homa, sir.
Ni homa, eh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, county commander, you know what to do. Just go sit. That's good.
Okay, guys, that is how somebody can easily get demoted or lose their job. How do you go to a meeting when you're drunk? But this is habits, guys. Some of these guys are extremely drunk, extremely. I mean it. Okay? So, who is fooling who? Who is fooling who? Let's get to the question with Amisi here. By the way, talking of what we've just observed with the OCS in the video, who got drunk and went to the meeting and was forced to stand and speak, and then he could not stand still, and he was discovered to be drunk. Now, how immediately after the meeting, of course, they can go do alcohol law and they'll discover it. And he has complained that the border town, people are drinking so much. Why did he even talk about that? You don't throw stones when you live in glass houses. You might just break your window, guys. All right? That is something people should learn. But this guy was not wise enough. If you are drunk and you're going to a meeting, he would rather have sat at the bar. And even why should you drink and go to the meeting in the first place? Such a meeting. Anyway, Amisi tells us they are fooling Kenyans, the rotten political game plan of 2027. Okay? Let's listen to him as we close this chapter today.
Raila now, after Uhuru has left, Raila was on one side with Uhuru, the other side was William Ruto, Mudavadi, and the rest. Raila has left Uhuru, now he's with William Ruto. And the circus continues. The game of musical chairs. That's what I'm telling you people. What makes you think the people who have served in the same cabinet cannot work together after election? And
ETV African News at this hour.
So guys, that is it. The games, the political games. The political games year in, year out. So at Life Saga TV, we believe in better leadership. We believe to eliminate the ills in the society and sagas such as corruption, murder, abduction, and many others. So it is upon us to do this, because if we play with our voters' cards, then we buy another suffering moment of 5 years. So adios, have a nice night. And for those from other countries, bye-bye for now. Let's meet later tomorrow.